You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, we need to talk about Olympian Caster Semanya. I believe Caster Semanya is from South Africa and actually runs with the women. But there has been a major problem, folks. Caster Semanya is actually a male. I believe the situation is very similar to what is going on with Imam Khalif. Now, here's the thing. Caster Semanya has acknowledged, yes, I do have internal testicles. If you guys remember the Imam Khalif medical report, said the same thing. Now, Caster Semanya still was running with the women, won a gold medal in the 2016 Rio Olympics. Now, World Athletics, man, they've said, nah, you can't run. And Caster Semanya has been appealing. And guess what, folks? He won the appeal. But there's still an issue right here. Caster Semanya has to take hormone suppressants. Now, for the longest time, man, I was under the impression that Caster Semanya actually had both sex organs. That's not the case. This is a Imam Khalif type of situation. Because I looked it up, guys. I looked it up just to make sure before I recorded this video. Caster Semanya is 100% male, folks. And I also found out something about the 2016 Rio Olympics. You guys are going to be astonished by this. I completely missed this. So let's go ahead and get into this. Right over here. Caster Semanya wins appeal, but still can't compete in women's events without hormone suppression. Now, Caster Semanya knows that he has male internal testicles, folks. Caster Semanya doesn't have any female organs. Says here, Olympic gold medalist Caster Semanya earned a partial legal victory Thursday in a long-running battle against World Athletics over rules that limit testosterone levels in women's track and field competitions. The European Court of Human Rights ruled 15-2 in Semanya's favor, finding that Swiss courts failed to properly hear the athlete's appeal. However, the decision does not overturn World Athletics policy requiring athletes with certain intersex conditions. His thing, man, I don't think this is an intersex thing. To medically reduce testosterone levels in order to compete in women's events. And that's a picture right there of Caster Semanya from South Africa. Semanya, a two-time Olympic champion, has a condition called 46XY, 5-alpha reductase deficiency. In other words, 5-ARD, one of several disorders of sexual development. That means the South African native has male XY chromosomes and produces male levels of testosterone. This results in significant athletic advantages over women, including increased muscle mass, oxygen uptake, and strength. Now get this here. And those advantages couldn't be more obvious. It's not a coincidence that the entire podium for the women's 800 meter at the 2016 Rio Olympics, Semanya gold, Francine Niyonsaba silver, and Margaret Wambui bronze, consisted entirely of DSD athletes with XY chromosomes. All of them right there, guys. Now, this condition that Semanya has, look here. This is from Medical Plus right here. It mentions nowhere whatsoever that a person with this condition has any female organs or chromosomes. Look here, it says 5ARD is a condition that affects sexual development before birth and during puberty. People with this condition are genetically male with one X and one Y chromosome in each cell. And they have male gonads or testes. Their bodies, however, do not produce enough of a hormone called DHT. DHT has a critical role in male sexual development, and a shortage of this hormone disrupts the formation of the external sex organs before birth. You notice something, folks? You don't see XX anywhere, right? Because this person is a male. People with this condition, they are males. It says many people with 5ARD have external genitalia that appears female. Not that it is female, it appears that way. In other cases, affected infants have male typical external genitalia, often an unusual small penis, and a urethra opening on the underside of the penis. Still, other affected infants have external genitalia that do not look clearly male or clearly female. Yeah. Nowhere in this does it say that people with that condition are even female. But he has been running with the females despite actually knowing, hey, I admit it. I have male anatomy. Yeah, we talked about this, man. I remember doing a video on this. It says the 34-year-old has never denied having partly male anatomy. In fact, in a 2023 interview, Semanya declared, "I have internal testicles. Doesn't make me less of a woman." So really, guys, this is really like a transgender thing. Let's just call it what it is. That's pretty much what it is. Identifying as female, despite actually, not doing all the stuff, with the hormones and stuff like that. No, this person ain't doing any of that. But Semanya doesn't want to take hormone suppressant at all. And that is the battle now. That's the battle now. Right here it says World Athletics told on Reuters they had no comment on Thursday's ruling, but they had previously denied any attempt to discriminate against athletes. Quote, World Athletics has only ever been interested in protecting the female category. If we don't, then women and young girls will not choose sport. That is, and has always been the Federation's sole motivation. We remain of the view that the DSD regulations are a necessary, reasonable, and proportionate means of protecting fair competition in the female category. As the Court of Arbitration for Sport and Swiss Federal Tribunal both found after a detailed and expert assessment of the evidence. Yeah. So 15-2, man. They allowed a male athlete to participate against females. But it doesn't seem like Caster Semanya is actually going to agree to the hormone suppressant. That's the deal. Now, when it comes to the 2028 Olympics, I'm wondering, let's just say World Athletics says, all right, we'll let you run. Will Caster Semanya even be able to get a visa? Trump has made it pretty clear. No males and female sports. Not going to happen here. So we have to see what happens, guys. Generally right there. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, Let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.